What if the moment you stop speaking is the moment she finally starts feeling? When you are always there, sending the texts, making the calls, giving reassurance, your presence feels safe, predictable, familiar. She doesn't need to question your value because your effort is constant, and what is constant often becomes invisible. But the moment you step back, even in silence, everything shifts. Your messages stop, your attention fades, and suddenly, the space you leave behind becomes louder than all the words you ever said. This isn't about disappearing to provoke emotion. This isn't about manipulation or games. This is about understanding how absence reveals truth. Because a woman doesn't feel the depth of a man's value while he is chasing her. She feels it when his presence is no longer available. Your absence forces her to face a reality she never had to confront before, that you were not guaranteed, that your effort was not endless, that your presence was not something she could always return to. And in that silence, emotions begin to rise, quietly, honestly, uncontrollably. Confusion, curiosity, doubt, jealousy, regret, emotions she may never speak about, but emotions that reveal everything, because sometimes the strongest message a man can send is his absence. The shift begins. When you were there, she felt in control. She knew you would text. She knew you would try. She knew you would stay. But the moment you stop doing what you always did, her certainty begins to crack. The first thing she feels is confusion. She may not say it out loud. She may act unbothered. But inside, her mind starts asking questions. Why did he change? Why is he quiet? Why isn't he reaching out? Did I do something wrong? Or did he finally see something I didn't? Women notice patterns, and when a pattern breaks, it demands attention. If you didn't matter, she wouldn't think twice. She would feel relieved. She would move on. But confusion means one thing. Your presence meant more than she admitted. She starts watching in silence, checking if you're online, noticing if you viewed her story, wondering why you seem calm without her, because silence does something powerful. It makes her realize that your attention was never guaranteed. And that realization is where everything begins. Curiosity takes over. Confusion doesn't stay alone for long. It turns into something deeper. Curiosity. She starts wondering what you're doing without her, not because she wants to reach out, but because she needs to know. Are you talking to someone else? Do you seem happier now? Why don't you look affected? Why didn't you fall apart like she expected? When you stop chasing, you become unpredictable, and unpredictability pulls attention. She may not text you, she may not ask you directly, but she's watching quietly. She notices your online activity, who reacts to your posts, who's around you now, who might be getting the attention she once had. Every move you make suddenly matters. And here's the truth most men don't understand. Women expect men to come back. They expect the silence to break. They expect the chase to return. But when it doesn't, curiosity becomes uncomfortable. Because now she can't read you, she can't predict you, and a man she can't predict becomes interesting again. Curiosity is the doorway, and once she steps through it, she's already feeling your absence. Doubt sets in. Curiosity doesn't just look outward, it turns inward, and that's when doubt begins. At first, she questioned you. Now, she starts questioning herself. When you were present, she felt secure. She believed she had time. She believed your attention was permanent. Your absence breaks that illusion. She replays conversations in her mind, rereads old messages, remembers moments she didn't respond, moments she didn't try, moments she assumed you would always stay. And slowly, something shifts. She realizes you weren't a burden. You were an asset. If you didn't matter, she wouldn't doubt anything. She would move on without a second thought. But doubt means value. It means she's starting to understand what she may have lost. Her pride begins to argue with her emotions. She tells herself she didn't care, but her thoughts keep pulling her back to you. And in that quiet mental battle, your absence grows heavier. Because now she isn't wondering why you left. She's wondering why she let you go. Jealousy awakens. Doubt doesn't stay quiet for long, it turns into something sharper. Jealousy. When you were always there, she felt secure. She believed your attention belonged to her. Even if she never chose you, she thought she owned your interest. But your absence changes that. Now her mind starts imagining things she never wanted to think about. Is he talking to someone else? Is another woman getting his time, his energy, his care? And the thought unsettles her. Jealousy doesn't show up loudly. It shows up quietly. She looks closer at who likes your posts. She notices new names, new faces, new energy around you. She watches how you carry yourself, calm, focused, unbothered. And that's what hurts the most, because she expected you to break. She expected you to chase. She expected you to come back. But instead, you're rising. Other women noticing you becomes a threat. Not because she owns you, but because she realizes someone else might value what she ignored. Jealousy is proof of attachment. If she didn't care, she wouldn't look. She wouldn't compare. She wouldn't feel that tight feeling in her chest. And that's when the truth hits her. Your value increased the moment you became unavailable. Regret sets in. Jealousy opens her eyes, but regret hits her heart. At first, she thought your distance was temporary. Then she thought you were just busy. She told herself you would come back, because most men always do, but time passes, and you don't return. That's when the weight of your absence becomes real. She starts replaying moments she dismissed, times you cared and she didn't respond, times you tried and she gave nothing back, times she assumed your effort had no limit, and now every memory feels heavier. Regret sounds like quiet thoughts she never wanted to face. I should have appreciated him more. He actually tried with me. He wasn't like the others. A woman doesn't regret losing a man who gave nothing. She regrets losing the one who gave consistently and walked away with self-respect. Your absence makes one thing clear to her. You weren't giving attention because you needed her. You gave it because you cared. And now that it's gone, she understands the difference. Regret grows when she looks at other men and notices what's missing. They don't listen like you did. They don't show up like you did. They don't care the way you cared. And that's when regret becomes dangerous. Because now, she's afraid. Afraid she lost something real. Afraid there may be no second chance. Missing you. Regret opens the door, but missing you is what walks through it. This is where your absence stops being a thought and becomes a feeling. At first, she noticed the change. Then she questioned it. Then she regretted it. Now, she feels it. She notices the silence in moments where you used to be, the times you would check on her, the messages she expected without thinking, the comfort she never thanked you for. She reaches for her phone and realizes there's no message from you. She remembers how your presence felt, steady, calm, reassuring. Women don't miss a man first. They miss the comfort he brought into their life. She feels the absence in small things. No one asks about her day the same way. No one listens the same way. No one shows up with the same consistency. And what makes it stronger is how you left. No anger, no drama, no begging, just quiet distance. That silence shows strength. It shows peace. It shows a man who can move forward without her. And that's when missing you hits the hardest. Music reminds her of you. Places feel emptier. Nights feel longer. Her phone feels quieter. She starts remembering the good more than the bad, your effort more than your flaws, your presence more than your mistakes. And now, pride begins to weaken. Because she's not missing you because you chased her. She's missing you because she's realizing you might be gone for real. Wanting you back. When missing you settles in, one final feeling rises above the rest. She wants you back, not loudly, not desperately, but quietly, carefully. She starts wondering things she never cared about before. Is the door still open? Would he even want me now? Did I wait too long? The silence that once felt easy now feels heavy. The distance that once felt safe now feels cold. She begins imagining life with you again. Not because she's bored, not because she needs attention, but because she finally understands what you brought into her life. consistency, stability, genuine care, things she can't easily replace. So she tests the waters, a like on an old picture, watching every story, a random message, a memory brought up by accident. Nothing is accidental. She's checking if you still feel the same, if you're still available, if she still matters. And here's where most men lose their power. They rush back, they overgive, they forget why they walked away. But a strong man stays calm. He doesn't punish her. He doesn't chase her. He watches her actions. Because if she truly felt your absence, she won't come back with hints. She'll come back with effort, with consistency, with respect. And if she doesn't, then she didn't miss you. She only missed the attention. Your absence revealed the truth. A woman feels a man more deeply in his absence than she ever does in his presence. Your silence shows your strength. Your distance shows your standards. And a man who can walk away without anger or begging becomes unforgettable. Let your absence speak. The right woman will feel it. The wrong woman will regret it. And either way, you win. Epilogue. The lesson. Every man must learn. Here's the truth most men learn too late. Love doesn't disappear when you step back. It reveals itself. Your value isn't proven by how much you give. It's proven by what happens when you stop giving. A man who knows his worth doesn't chase validation. He doesn't beg for effort. He doesn't stay where he's taken for granted. He steps back. He chooses peace. He lets silence do the work. Because the right woman doesn't panic when you pull away. She reflects. She grows. She rises to meet you. And the wrong woman, she only realizes your value when it's no longer available. So remember this. Your absence is not weakness. It is self-respect. And a man who can walk away with dignity will always be remembered long after the noise fades.